Hello there, welcome to David's Investment Analysis channel. Today I'm very excited to be talking about another special purpose acquisition company, and this time is Flying Eagle Acquisition Corp that is planning to merge with Skillz. Upon closing of the transaction expected in Q4 2020, the combined company will be traded on the New York Stock Exchange. After the news was announced of the merger, the stock price went from $11 to $14 on Wednesday before closing on Friday at $12.64. In the next bit, I'll be discussing about Skillz, what they do and how they earn income. I'll discuss about what I like about the company as well as the risk and valuation. Then I'll conclude on whether I own any shares of the business myself, and if I do, what I'll be doing with the shares, and if I don't, whether I'll be buying any shares at these prices. I do spend a lot of time preparing for these videos, so I really appreciate if you could like and share my video. And if you do not want to miss out on any future videos, please do consider subscribing and clicking the bell notification. And if there's any other companies you would like me to cover in the future, please do leave it in the comments below. Now let's get to it. Skillz is the leading mobile games platform that connects players in fair, fun, and meaningful competition. The Skillz platform helps developers build a multi-million-dollar franchises by enabling social competition in their games. Leveraging its patented technology, Skillz hosts billions of casual esports tournaments for millions of mobile players worldwide and distributes millions in prizes each month. Game developers built their game on Skillz platform, whereby players can compete against each other in games such as 2048 Super Solitaire, 13 Cards Tournament, Jewel Blitz, and Tac-Tac-Way. And the winner of these games can earn rewards in actual cash. Yes, real money. And skill is a major determining factor in the outcome of the game and not luck. So how does it work? It's really simple. A player decides on the game from the thousands to choose from that they enjoy playing on the Skillz platform. They download the game on iOS or Android, connect it with their Skillz account, and then they could buy into real money competitions using cash that start from 60 cents, or they could just play for free. However, they will not win any cash, but they will earn rewards. So within that platform, every player will earn rewards regardless of winning or losing, or playing for cash or not. So just purely for playing the game, these individuals can earn rewards and bonuses that can help reduce the fees of games and tournaments. Or if they do not want to use the rewards for games or tournaments, they can use it to exchange for prizes that range from stickers to cars. So essentially, it is a place for players, if they choose to compete against each other for cash. Winner taking majority of the cash and Skillz taking a cut from that. So what do I like about the company? So the company, they have a strong management team led by founder CEO Andrew Paradise, who is a successful entrepreneur who has found, led, and sold successful businesses like Double Picture that was sold to MPA, or Isle Buyer that was sold to Inuit. Skillz is a real business and currently has revenues, and its revenues increased from $17 million in 2017 to $120 million in 2019. That's growing more than 7 times in 2 years, and is expected to grow to $555 million in 2022, with a compound annual growth rate of 57% between 2020 and 2022. And these projections appear to be realistic, as Andrew's CEO commented in an interview with CNBC for them to continuously beating their financial goals.
We showed them our vision for when we'd be ready to go public in 2020, and we showed them the financial projections for 3 years forward. We've actually hit within 1 to 5% every quarter the numbers that we showed them 3 years ago. So I'd say we've very consistently performed, and we were projecting to double or triple our business in revenue every year from 2017 onwards.
And this growth is faster than the mobile gaming industry average growth rate that is expected to be around 14% per year for the next several years. And the mobile gaming market is the future of entertainment. Mobile is the fastest growing segment of the gaming market, expected to increase from $68 billion last year to $150 billion in 2025. One of the metrics I found very encouraging is the minutes per user per day. We can see here that the average user spends about 62 minutes on their platform, and that's more than TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, which is incredible. It really shows how addictive the gaming platform is, and I can see why. People love competing against each other, and Skillz platform uses the proprietary technology platform to put people of similar skill levels together, so the game is more competitive and more engaging. Skillz have a very diverse demographic of users, making up mostly of the working age between 18 and 65, with a slightly higher female group and the majority of the users having a salary between $25,000 and $75,000. I really love their high gross margin business model, taking a 14% cut from the gross marketplace volume. The reason for the high gross margin of 95% is because there's not much of cost of sales, as their business is mainly on their platform. Management intends to increase the take rate from 14% to 20% over the long term, which would further increase revenues, with the gross margins maintained at 95% and improving adjusted EBITDA margin from negative 20% to positive 30%. Skillz has used its platform to transform the way nonprofits engage with donors, enabling anyone with a mobile device to support great causes such as the American Red Cross and the American Cancer Society by playing the Skillz tournaments. It's like an alternative charity golf tournaments. This allows Skillz to reach a wider, mature crowd. Let's look at the merger, transaction, and pro forma valuations. The company's enterprise value is at $3.5 billion based on a 6.3 times estimated 2022 sales of $555 million. Most of the shares held by Skillz shareholder will be locked in for 24 months. This is pretty positive because they would have to have a lot of confidence in the company for the shares to be locked in for 24 months. Stocks will maintain a post-closing dual-class stockholder structure with super voting rights. The reason for these structures is so that the founder and CEO maintains control of the company, even though they may not own 50% of the common shares. I'm fine with this as long as they can help the company continue to grow. After the transaction is closed, there will be $250 million of cash available for the company to accelerate its growth in both domestic and international markets, supporting marketing efforts and provide additional working capital. The founders commit to receive substantially all of the merger consideration in the form of stocks. This speaks to how confident they are with their business. Looking at their valuation compared to comparable companies, Skillz have the highest expected compound annual growth rate of 57% between 2020 and 2022. This is a pretty good growth rate, and in my opinion, it is definitely reachable as discussed earlier. Skillz also have a very reasonable EV to 2022 estimated sales of 7.8 times and EV to 2022 estimated gross profit of 8.1 times compared to other comparable companies. Let's say if it trades at the same EV to 2022 estimated gross profit median of 15.2 times and applying a margin of safety of 20%, the share price of FEAC or Skillz should trade at $18.96, representing a 50% upside. Looking at their most recent 2 quarters in 2020, the results were spectacular. Their most recent quarter GMV increased year over year 101% and revenue increased year over year 111%. So let's look at some of the concerns I have. With a global health issue, more people are spending more time on their mobile playing games. There is a worry or concern that if things are normal like pre-global health issue, would there be a drop in active users or the time spent playing mobile games, which would impact Skillz business. The growth potential looks very promising for Skillz, but remind you that these projections are only estimates and can be very different from reality. Because the game Skillz platform offers is based on skills and not luck, their business is not considered gambling and does not have to worry about local gambling laws and regulations. But because cash is changing hands, Skillz is subject to uphold certain standards with regards to safety, fairness, and financial security. One of the most important metrics for a platform business is the increase in number of users. And if Skillz cannot attract users, they may stop growing, and users may start leaving the platform because of the lack of engagement due to unfair matchups. The possible reason for the decrease in number of users can be the result of competition. It doesn't appear right now that there's any meaningful competition for Skillz, but that can change very quickly, and should there be any strong competitors coming into the market, Skillz business can be materially impacted. Another risk is with the transaction, as it is not yet finalized and the transaction won't be closed until sometime in the fourth quarter of 2020, and the deal would require shareholder approval and subject to several closing conditions. And some deals do fall apart, and if this deal falls apart, the stock price would go back to $10. So it does provide some limited downside from the current prices. Conclusion. I do own some shares of FEAC. I really like the mobile gaming industry they are in. In the past few years, growth numbers were spectacular, and the growth projections are solid, and they have a reasonable valuation. And I'm not paying on valuations based on revenues far into the future. They already have revenues growing at triple-digit growth rate based on the most recent quarterly financials. I do intend on holding the shares for the long term. That's it for now. I spent a lot of time in preparing for these videos, so I really appreciate if you could like and share my video. And if you do not want to miss out on a future video, I do suggest unsubscribing and clicking the bell notification. Thank you for watching. Until then, see you next time.